Hi, welcome to Sign High. I'm Alana Best.
Kia ora, I'm Mita Moses.
Today is our final episode for the show. We will have some highlights from all the episodes up until now. Maybe you will see something you learned or missed. First, we want to teach you some of our deaf culture. How do you get a deaf person's attention?
Getting their attention? Well, I'll show you. First, you can tap their shoulder. 2, wave out. 3, if there's lights, flick them off and on. 4th, you can stomp your feet on the ground. They'll feel the vibrations and look.
Yes, that's right. How do you know when a deaf person is not understanding something? Look at their facial expressions and body language. If they look like this, then they're not understanding.
That's right. If they look like they're confused, use simple sentences. Now, some highlights.
So the mobile's registered and there's an emergency. What do I do?
So it's really easy. The first text is we want to know where you are and what service you need. So to make it nice and simple, if you need police, we just want you to put P as the first letter. If you need ambulance, you put A. And if you need fire, you put F. And then the next part, we want to know where you are. So if you've registered your home or work address, then you can just put the word home or the word work, because we'll have that information on your profile. Or if you're out at a public place, or if you're at a friend's house and we don't know that address, you need to put the full address in there for us. And then just tell us a little bit about what's happening.
If a deaf person is called to jury service, what happens there? How would they communicate?
Sure, so the first thing that would happen for jury service is that they would receive a letter, and that letter would just be saying, you've got to come along to an impanelling. That would be the first prompt for that person to make contact with us, and they could do that in a couple of ways. They could go onto our website again, as I mentioned before, which has a bunch of information that they could look at about the jury service and the process that they would need to go through there. They could also write to us, of course. And both of those are opportunities to let us know about any special requirements that they might have. And in this case, for a deaf person, obviously we could arrange somebody to sign for them. Again, just like a fine, it's really important that when people come here, they have all the information they need and they get a clear understanding of what's going on.
As deaf parents, what was it like going to Play Centre?
At Play Centre, it's mostly me and Magnus because Daniel's at work. And the first time we went into the Play Centre, it was really great. Everyone was very welcoming, very warm, and they involved us. They would ask us what the signs were for this and that. And for Sign Language Week, they went ahead and, without my knowing about it, organised for a taster class. So that's really positive to see that they are keen to have the sign language in the Play Centre, because it's not only of benefit to us, but also to the children who can't speak for themselves yet.
I've seen the phrase reasonable accommodation in the Human Rights Act. What does that mean for New Zealand Sign Language users?
In simple terms, the word reasonable accommodation means accommodating someone, perhaps like making an adjustment to a work environment, or if you're providing a service to a person, then you provide the relevant accommodation that that particular person requires. There is sections under the Human Rights Act that imposes an obligation on a service provider or an employer to accommodate persons with disabilities, unless it's unreasonable not to do so. Now, part of being what we call unreasonable means is it going to cost too much? What are the logistical factors involved here?
What does a pathway assessor do? Can you tell us about that?
If a deaf community member comes to the office and needs support, we refer them to the duty assessor, who can contact that person face to face by Skype, say, if the deaf person comes into the office. The duty assessor meets and discusses and does an initial assessment with the deaf person, makes their notes, their personal details, puts it on file, gets a consent from that person, and that's then sent on to the team leader. The team leader reads the assessment, hands it to the appropriate pathway assessor, who then goes on to provide support in terms of goals.
Up here in Northlands, hearing impaired people can get involved in a variety of sport and recreation activities. There are some surfing days that happen for people with all physical disabilities, one out in Turakaka, the other one out in Ruakaka, obviously over the summer. And all people with disabilities get involved with them, as well as some adaptive paddleboarding. So, you know, there's also some opportunities within New Zealand, and there's a World Deaf Games that happens on a regular basis that started in 1924. And so the New Zealand Deaf Games happens on a 2-yearly basis, and it's going to be in Hamilton in October this year. So if people are wanting to get involved and be part of that, then they should get in touch with Daniel at deafsports.co.nz, or jump on the website, the Deaf Sports New Zealand website, and have a look at the games and the timetable. There's a lot of sports involved there, so a lot to be offered if you are hearing impaired, as well as being able to be involved in mainstream clubs.
When the other children go to music, what do you do?
I stay with Nadia, and I work or something, or do sign group.
What sign group?
Group of children, some that don't go to music, can learn sign, playing cards, and play animal game.
What kind of challenges do you face on a daily basis?
It's a really good question about challenges. Maybe problems. Yeah, I would say challenges is probably a better word. Let's say before I get to a job, I guess the first step would be making sure that I have actually been booked. There are times when a deaf person might contact me and the booking's not in my diary. Sometimes I need to follow up with the hearing person, and that's not necessarily part of my job, but I do contact them and ask them very, very nicely if they have booked an interpreter. And another time might be if the hearing person is not aware of what my role is. They might say, oh, so you've come with your friend, but that's not really right. Another time might be a hearing person has spoken to me about their family member who has been learning sign language, or asked me questions about how I became an interpreter, and I have to redirect them because they're here to see their deaf client or patient. So I usually say to hearing people, keep your eyes on the deaf person and your ears on the interpreter, as a phrase. So hopefully over time that people will understand what that actually means.
Wow, we have talked to so many people on our show. If you feel you missed one show or don't remember watching any of these people, Sign High episodes are available on YouTube. Welcome back. Now we have our top online resources to reshare. Our top favourite is Online New Zealand Sign Language Dictionary.
This is the #1 website to find a sign. This is Online NZ Sign Language Dictionary. Just type a word you would like to know the sign for. For example, we're typing name. There are options, so select what is relevant to you. I have selected one. This page shows you what it looks like to sign and how to use it in a sentence. Have a look at the video. Click play. If that was too fast for you, click on the button that says play in slow motion and the signing will slow down. Scroll down for the usage sentence, which will show you how to use the sign in a sentence. If you want to print out the signs, here is how. Click on the Add to Vocab Sheet button. You will see a column on the right. All the signs you want to print will go there. When you have all the signs you want, click on View in the column. This is the print sheet. You can adjust the signs to what order you like, and you can edit the words. Enter the topic for the sheet if you like, typing Introduction. You can arrange the size of pictures. When you have finalised the vocabulary sheet, print. You can download the free app so you have it handy anytime.
Sign language curriculum. In her job, Thumbs Up follows the same New Zealand curricula. Have a look.
You can't find a class to learn NZSL? Don't know any deaf person? Don't worry, just go to this website at www.nzsl.tki.org.nz. Start your first lesson in New Zealand Sign Language. Go at your own pace. All you need to learn is covered here, and all these are normally taught in NZSL beginner classes. To understand how to use this website, I suggest click Introduction tab and read through. If you want to skip, that's fine. Where to start? Click on Units tab and click Unit 1. Read through, then, when ready, click on Activity 1.1. Just follow the steps. Here is a quick tip. If you lose your way, look right side where the main videos and clips are so you can click whatever you want to view. Here are the scene videos to show normal conversations. Here are the clips to learn sign language. Otherwise, just click on the Video Gallery tab. All videos and clips are listed there. It's up to you on how to learn sign language. You can just go straight to videos or follow the units step by step.
Deaf Aotearoa is an important organisation in New Zealand. So go and visit if you have any queries or concerns. Check out their website for information and don't forget to join New Zealand Sign Language Week next year. They have a cool game, Sign Ninja. So come on and play. I'm Wise, catch me if you can.
A free NZSL game to learn signs as you play. www.nzslsignninja.co.nz. All ages can play and compete to get the highest points and the top belt. You learn about NZSL itself as you play quests, and as you complete each level, you unlock more signs to learn. This is an awesome game and a lot of fun. I'm Wise, catch me if you can.
Oh, there you are, Sign Ninja. I've been waiting for you. I am the Sign Master. Today, your training begins. Welcome to the secret world of the Sign Language Labyrinth. In ancient times, sign language was banned. But deaf children, when teachers were looking away, signed in secret. They knew the secret of New Zealand Sign Language was in their hands and the future of NZSL was safe. NZSL is very powerful. We can have a conversation through Windows. you can communicate underwater. So, Sign Ninja, your journey begins. You must find your way through the sign language labyrinth and face many challenges to unleash the power in your hands and reach the Great Hall of Communication. Good luck.
Don't forget to register your mobile. The text service 111, and you can go to the New Zealand Police. There they have a website with all of the information.
Let's have a look at www.police.govt.nz and see where the 111 text content is. Look at the ear logo. It's the one we want. Click on that. We are on the page now. Everything about the 111 text service can be found here. Click on How to register for 111 text. Follow the instructions to register your mobile, and the video has instructions in NZSL as well. Quick tip: read or watch everything carefully, and when you have understood how to use it, then go ahead and register. Northland Audiology's website for all information about their service.
Last one. A very useful service for people having trouble with the telephone. My favourite option is the Internet Relay.
www.nzrelay.co.nz/services. Scrolling down the NZ Relay website page, you can see different options and you can view to see how these work. Clicking on Mobile Relay Service, here are the instructions on how to install this service and how to use it. Going back to the top, and here is the tab to start an Internet Relay service. Your device must have JavaScript installed for it to work. Wait for it to connect and then enter the phone number when prompted. Then start a conversation if someone answered your call. Remember, GA means go ahead, announcing you have finished talking and it's the other person's turn to talk. SK means stop keying, which means hang up, the conversation is over.
Welcome back. Forgot any signs? Check the website. Now to practice some more transport signs.
Transport. Plane. Helicopter. Train. Bus. Taxi. Truck. Tractor. Bicycle. Motorbike. Canoe. Walker. Camper van. Air balloon. Boat. Skateboard. Scooter. Van. Jet ski. Ship. Have you been on a plane before? For my birthday, I went on a helicopter ride. I work in the city, so I catch the train to work. In summer, we'll take the jet skis to the beach. Do you want to come fishing on my boat this weekend? We need to call a taxi van to town because there's 5 of us. Is there a bus stop near your house? Mita has been showing and teaching you all about a barrier-free marae, where everyone can enjoy time together and have a good whānau relationship. Here are some of Mita's lessons.
Here we are on the marae, and I would like to talk to you about the tikanga. Tikanga means rules in English, so I'd like to show you what happens during a pōwhiri. In terms of a pōwhiri, the manuhiri who are coming on to the marae wait near the gate. And a kuia from the tangata whenua calls to the visiting group. That's called kranga, and that leads the people onto the marae. I have a question for you related to the video you have just seen. Is it A, pōwhiri, B, whai kōrero, or C, kihini mahi? What did you see from that video, and which is the correct from the options A, B, or C? From the options A, B, and C, the correct answer is A, pōwhiri. Now I would like to teach you some Māori Sign Language. Pōwhiri with both hands, welcoming the people onto the marae. Pōwhiri. Manuhiri, those people coming on to the marae. The woman who comes to the front is the kaikaranga. The marae represents the front of the marae, the kōraru, and that's the sign for marae.
So you have seen all the highlights and resources we wanted to share with you again. Don't forget to search anything relevant to what you want to know. There is a lot of information out there.
We'd like to thank all the people involved in the show. Thank you.
Sign High is a 15 weeks program from Te Aho Trust with funding from New Zealand Sign Language Board under the Office of Disability Issues. Filmed and produced by Channel North. Thank you for watching Sign High.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā, tātou katoa.